Black 80. Snicker, 66. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Jair Alexander up to make the tackle.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
91 is the money. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Check 3. Hey,
cross.
24. Check 24.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's Williams to return. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
A gain of 13. It's a first down. Rodgers now on first down. This is caught by Williams. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
44 to Mike. Check. 44, Mike, 44. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours.
Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Check 24, check 24. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Rodgers going to throw. This one complete to his running back, Jamal Williams. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. Here's Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
44's Mike. Check, check.
Rodgers now on first down. It's Williams on the catch. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 15. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Rodgers now to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jamal Williams. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Here we go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. Maddie will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. Give him 3 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
You better be afraid of me.
He's coming.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Here's Rodgers to throw. It's complete to Williams. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Check. Tackle. 44.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
You got 58.
Check 31.
Meanwhile, here a run on 1st down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play, but it'll be 2nd down.
Let's get it. Ringer, guys.
And again, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
And
15. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, 626. Here
we go. 44's the mic. 44's down.
Rodgers again now. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Noah Spence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better too.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Flag 20. I got him. Show that bench release and go. Hey, Echo.
Johnson running right. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Blue 30.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Check it out.
Quarter. 50.
Roethlisberger will throw. That's complete to Meredith. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receiver's eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
He's coming. We got double up.
No foul. Alert.
Check 42's the mic.
Hey. High 7.
I'm not ready. Mike 42.
Now it's Roethlisberger. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At the Packers.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Johnson. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on 1st down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
Hey, Haywood.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here with Smith. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Completes this one to Meredith. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And the 13-year man puts it through. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. To throw again on second down. Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Noah Spence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Hey, exit. Here we go. 44 to Mike. 44. Back north. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Like 80.
Check 42. Check.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's Johnson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
44. 42, Mike 42. Ricky. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Like I said.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
You got time. You got time. You got time.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
At the 25-yard line.
It's just me and you.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Plant. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 44's the mic. 44's the mic.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. He'll rifle. They've got his man. Complete. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. Well, this is caught by Williams. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
44. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Check 26. Check 26. Watch twist. Watch twist.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man, he's got him to tight end Hockenson. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Here we go, here we go.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Take 2 of them.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. Completes it to Aguilar. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Jack 16.
They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter play. Back now at Ford Field. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter play. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check 99. Check 99.
Rodgers going to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Give me that ball, defense. Quarter. Hey, Charlie.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Roethlisberger is going to let this one go deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dean Lowry in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applied. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
At the 20-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, he's not going to get me.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. So now here come the Lions up to go for 2.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Here's Roethlisberger. The quick slant caught. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Switch, switch, switch. Get 300. Get 300. 59, Mark, 59. Chip, chip. 59. No chance. Get up.
Throwing again. Rodgers. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 11 yards there. 1st down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
On 1st down, Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. to throw again. Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Check. Hey, flag. Box it.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
44, Mike, 44. It's a party now.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Noah Spence. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Black 80.
Watch the run.
Easy.
Watch safety.
80 weapons. Easy.
Safety screaming.
Hey, Swahoo.
Hey, watch the ship. Hey, Mike's 42.
On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And now it's second down, but here's the field goal team out onto the field. This will be from 49 yards out. And this one is right down Broadway. And that now makes this a 15-7 game. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
44 to Mike.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Watch the twist. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Rodgers now on first down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw once more on second and 10. Rodgers, he'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Let's go.
Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
26.
On play action, it's Rodgers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Equanimous St. Brown, but it's going to be second down.
Okay, partner, hyperbole alert, all right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been in man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best example of it, they've been solid all game long. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. On the ground, this is Williams. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
This is caught, and he's brought down. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. First and goal, a touchdown and a two-point conversion here are musts. They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Back to throw. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Got his right.
The busy night continues for Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down.
Watch the slap.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Strong leg. All day. All day. Deuce. 50.
Roethlisberger to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
He was covered by Jair Alexander.
Here's Sam Martin now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line.
Let's go.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed